Hi, I'm Spike Edney'em, keyboards for Queen, and here we are doing the Queen Adam Lambert shows and using the wonderful new KORG KRONOS. I've been using KORG keyboards for a good 10 or so years. Started off with the Triton, moved on to the M3 and took delivery of this lovely machine a couple of weeks ago. In fact, I've been through 5 of them at the moment. Now, that doesn't mean to say there's anything wrong. We had 3 for a project in North America called the Queen Extravaganza, which is the ultimate Queen celebration. And I used 3 on that. And then we've got 2 here for the real Queen show. So, the thing is, Queen music covers 25 years to 30 years. And so I need a whole range of sounds that either reflect the early 70s right the way up to the 90s. And that's what we've been doing. And we've been, along with my lovely technician, Jules Bowen. Give her a wave. Hello, Jules. She actually presses the buttons and I just direct. And we have some big sounds to do, lots of piano. The later Queen stuff becomes quite orchestral. So, such as The Show Must Go On, we've got a big etc, etc, combined with moving bits. Combination of pad and arpeggiator working together. Lots of splits, and over the years we found that both the M3 and the Kronos is really good for splits because you can do anything you like. So, and the most complicated song I have to do, which is a combination of arpeggiator, pads, piano and vocoder, is a song called Radio Gaga. So we put them all together. We have piano, pad and a string. Then we have a piano with a bell. And the beauty of it is that we can balance it and EQ everything and add whatever effects we like. Tend not to add too many effects. Let that happen at the front, don't mess with the sound too much. But in a smaller gig, I probably would use far more effects, some delays, some choruses and stuff. So add to that, the vocoder. We love the vocoder. Features a lot in Queen stuff. Famous on Radio Gaga, and also in A Kind of Magic. And I also use it to beef up the backing vocals because Queen are infamous for their multi-layered BVs, and we have 5 voices on the stage, and I can double that up with the vocoder. Gives it a lot more body. Really, really useful. So we love that. My basic sounds would probably be piano. And what I like about the piano, the fabulous new piano sounds, is that you have a choice, and it may seem very subtle to say choose between a German or a Japanese, but some of the early Queen stuff were recorded on German style piano, grand pianos, so we can replicate that. And then the later ones would have been done on more modern sounding, brighter sounding pianos, and so I can replicate the sound for the period that we're dealing with. And so that kind of thing. Like to add behind it a little quiet pad to give it a bit of ethereal quality. Pad's almost hiding in the background there, but it just gives it, when you're holding for something, waiting for a cue, you can have that nice, it fills the space, so you don't have to keep hitting the bloody keys to wait for the guitarist to make his mind up. Nothing personal, Brian. And then, if you add some strings, great string sounds. And I think basically a piano, a pad or string sound and an organ should get you through any gig really, and everything else is definitely a bonus. So we had some horns, for example, a song called Under Pressure, which has quite a lot going on. Here's another example of the splits. I mean, in previous years I would set up one sound with the piano and strings, and if I needed to go to an organ, although I do have a Korg CX3, if it's not convenient to use it or it's only for one song, of course I can just incorporate it into the split. So here we go. A song called Under Pressure. I'll turn it into Robin Hood, it's fantastic. And then in the middle there's, we need an organ patch. So the splits are allowing me to deal with that without flipping backwards and forwards, so very pleased about that. That's all good. The sample memory is improved. We found that on the M3 we had to buy loads of extra memory to load it up, but this time around we've got everything we need. So if I'm going to use something, here's a kind of magic. Starts off with a quite famous intro. Now that's a pretty long sample, and it's just for a background effect to use at the beginning of the song. And before we had lots of problems, I had to keep re-triggering it and re-looping it and all kinds of things. Don't have to do that anymore. Very pleased about that. So what we found is very easy to program, great range of sounds, love the piano, love the orchestral sounds, all sound very realistic and easy to blend in. And especially if you've had any previous Korg experience like from the M3 or the Triton, you'll find it's very easy to get to grips with. And so I've used it for 6 shows now and learning more about it all the time, looking forwards to taking it around the world next year on a big tour, fingers crossed. So what can I say? Thank you very much, Alan Scally. Thank you very much, Korg. Great job. We continue to love you.